Welcome to Carter's Basic Car Maintenance, Episode 1, Batteries and Basics. In this inaugural episode, we'll be going over the electrical system and the basics of your car. The electrical system is the most important part of the car and is responsible for starting up the beating heart every single time. It includes the battery, the fuses, the alternator, and the wiring harness that run throughout the entirety of your car. In the event that the electrical system is not up to the task of starting the beating heart of the car, you can always jump it with some jumper cables in another car. Now, most cars you can see the battery, but on this Chrysler 200 the battery is buried deep within the engine bay. So they give you the positive terminal here and the negative terminal here. Positive is always going to be red, negative is always going to be black. Now the positive should connect to the other positive on the other car, and the negative should connect to the other negative. Do not get this backwards or the consequences will be severe. Now that you've got the jumper cables hooked up, positive to positive, negative to negative, and the same way in the other car, you're going to want to start that other car, and then you're going to want to give the other car some gas, then you're going to want to start your car and give your car some gas, make sure it doesn't die on you, and then you're going to want to drive to the nearest dealership, Advanced Auto Parts, AutoZone, any auto parts place that sells batteries. You're going to want to get your battery checked out and your alternator checked out. Now, if it is just the battery and the battery is visible on your car, you can get it replaced at an Advanced Auto Parts or any other auto store. But a dealership would be the only place you can get the battery replaced on a car like this where you can't see the battery. Now, say that the battery is good and the alternator is good, you're going to want to check your fuse box. You may have a blown fuse. You're going to pop that off like that, and then you're going to check your owner's manual to see what each fuse does, and you're going to look for any blown fuses. That may be black, the top may be broken in half. There are multiple ways to tell if a fuse is blown. If you do have any blown fuses, that could be your main problem. And you're going to want to take that to the dealership or an auto parts store where you could buy a new fuse and get that installed for you. And then your car should be back in perfectly running order. Now that's about it for our battery and electrical system. Now we're going to be moving on to the basics of how to run your car and take proper care of your car from a day to day. First thing we're going to be looking at here in the engine compartment is how to check your engine oil. Checking your engine oil is pretty easy. You're just going to look for this yellow dipstick here, and you're going to want to make sure your car is a little warm and on a level surface, and you're going to pull that dipstick out, just like so. And you're going to want to make sure you clean that all the way off first, and then you're going to reinsert it back into the engine oil. You're going to hold it there for a second, and then you're going to bring it back out onto the clean part of the paper towel, and you're going to look and see where your engine oil is. And as you can see, mine is right here in the safe zone, and the oil also looks pretty new. That should be the case since I just did an oil change on this car about 1,000 miles ago. So we're gonna go ahead and reinsert that dipstick, and that's how you check your engine oil. So the next thing I'm gonna show you how to check is your tread depth. Now, the most common way to check your tread depth is just with an upside down penny. So we're going to take that and we're going to put that up against the inside part of our tread. And as you can see, we're about at Lincoln's eye line. Now the safe level for tread is right at the top of Lincoln's head, so we've got plenty of tread left. That does make sense since I just got these tires a couple thousand miles ago. These are the Toyo Extenza HP2 tires, a pretty nice tire. If you'd like to learn more about tires, you can check out my third video, Tire Maintenance. So the last thing we're going to be doing today, and the first part of basic car maintenance, is replacing our cabin air filter. Most cabin air filters are located behind the glove box, so we already have our glove box emptied out, and we're just going to take both sides of it. We're going to pinch, and it should drop down a little bit more. After you pull the glove box down a little bit, you'll see a tiny little string that you can also detach, and then it should drop the rest of the way. And then you're going to look inside there, and up top, you're going to see two little latches that say airflow. And go ahead and reach in there. And you're going to pop that off. Just like so. Now you're going to be able to see your air filter, which you're going to then just simply take out. And as you can see, mine's a little bit dirty. And then we're going to take our new air filter from CarQuest, the brand I like the most from Advanced Auto Parts. And you're going to look on the side here and see the arrows, which are pointing up. So you're going to take that and you're going to put it right back in the way it came out. And then you're going to take the piece that you took off, make sure the airflow arrows are pointing the right way, and you're gonna pop that back on, just like so. And congratulations, you did the first part of basic car maintenance. Thank you for watching the inaugural episode of Carter's Basic Car Maintenance on Battery and Basics. Drive safe and have fun.